wonderful!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of The Good, The Bad, The Podcast. We're here today to talk about a brand new film. Can you believe it? You might have heard of it. It's called Avengers Infinity War. By far the most successful film of the year so far. We're here to discuss all things Avengers, all things MCU, no, not medium close-up, and all things Thanos, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, and everybody in between here on our Infinity War episode of the Good Bit Podcast. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chris Moffat. I am your hostess with the Infinity Stones, if you know what I'm saying. I'm also joined here one more again by my boy, the Die Beethoven of the MCU. It's Ewan Ferguson.
Woo! It's me!
Yeah, you're back.
I'm back.
Now, I feel like we've not done this in ages. The last time we talked films is on an episode that the people, the listeners, have not heard yet.
Oh.
Which is going to be episode 40. Which was quite a while ago. We actually done that one, and then we recorded a few in January that we saved up. So in terms, we did some wrestling episodes with Jack and Mason. So first time in ages we've sat down and talked.
I think the
films.
last movie that I was on to discuss was Shape of Water.
It was just the top 10 of the year, wasn't it? We never talked about Shape of Water, did we?
Yeah, we did a review.
Did we?
Did we not?
No, we never.
Aye, we did.
You're thinking of another podcast.
Am I?
Yeah. But I mean,
I don't do any other podcasts.
we could talk about Shape of Water, I suppose.
No,
Let's not though.
Maybe it was just. No.
We could have just talked about it in our spare time because we do chat a lot.
Maybe
Wonder Woman.
Maybe.
No,
No,
that was
that
this time last year. And speaking of Wonder Woman, we have the same cast with us today. He's been promoted from the wrestling episodes. It is Mason, the Dark Lord.
Hello.
Oh, he's known as Mason with no nickname. And also joining us today is Ali Bally B, but the B instead is not for Bowie. The B is for Brolin, as in Josh Brolin playing Thanos. I couldn't think of anything funny.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, how are we doing?
Last time you were here was for the movies that will be future classics episodes.
Oh yeah, no, that was cracking.
Yeah,
It was
one
a
went
great
down
time.
really well.
A lot of fun, lot of
Did some
fun.
good numbers, and I think there's a wee glass of lemonade for you.
Yeah, a wee bit of, I don't know if any of you guys watch ASMR, but here we go to all the ASMR watchers.
Does anybody watch ASMR?
You know, you speak to the mic as if it can see you.
Like,
No.
I just noticed that.
locked eyes with the microphone. Does anybody watch ASMR or is it just you listen to it?
Oh, you. Well,
you
I
listen.
love watching it as well. Sometimes there's the wee role plays are like, I'm going to wash your hair.
Does it help you sleep at night, Alison?
Oh, it gets me relaxed.
I listen to podcasts in bed, just like the good bit.
You know.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
I bet oh, this is not.
No, it's.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I'm the only one with earphones here, so
You love
I'm
that.
the one experiencing
So-
it.
If you can hear me whispering, I hope you've all had a great day.
Okay, now moving on from something that's definitely not ASMR, Avengers Infinity War.
Woo!
How are we all doing with it? Did you go see it? Bang.
Are we coping?
How are you coping? Did you go? I know Mason, you saw it midnight screening.
Yeah, I saw the midnight show.
I saw it a couple of days after. You guys saw it last week or something this week.
Yeah, last
Seen it
week.
last night as well.
Yeah.
Did
Second
you?
time, I believe.
Did you go-
Second time.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
it again?
I saw the midnight show and I saw it last Saturday, which was a few days ago.
You seen it twice as well?
I've seen it twice.
Oh
yeah.
God, have you seen it
Yeah, I've
once?
only seen it once.
Yeah,
You
me
see
too.
it
Good. I
twice.
thought it was slacking.
I need to see movies twice because the first time you watch it, you can't
You're a
properly
bit
judge it
overwhelmed,
because
yeah.
Especially with that because there's so
Much happens.
much in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, second time round I definitely relaxed and enjoyed
yeah,
it
it was
more.
the same with Dunkirk. My opinion of it completely changed after
Right.
watching it a second time, and it only got better.
See, Dunkirk was a weird one. I preferred it the first time I saw it, but things like smaller films like Nocturnal Animals was a big one for me. I thought that was incredible. Then I saw it the second time and I was like, that's almost a perfect film. Other things, what other ones? Batman vs Superman. That was better second time.
Oh my
You saw that
gosh,
twice?
I couldn't
Well, I saw- I got it
watch
DVD.
it twice.
Oh, okay. I
watched
thought you
the
meant you
videos.
paid to see that twice.
Don't be so silly. But where have we been? What have you all been up to since the last time you've been on? Mason, you were on the last episode talking about WrestleMania.
Yes.
And you've been getting the fallout of the YouTube videos on CM42 TV when you absolutely annihilated Jack Boy Chicken Gordo at UFC 2.
I'm getting the fallout.
No, you've been dealing with the fallout. You've been dealing with the reactions from
right.
everybody.
Yeah,
Have you been
yeah,
signing
yeah,
autographs
yeah,
to all the
yeah.
CM42 TV watchers?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tell you what I can.
There's not much to comment on because it wasn't much of a fight. He went down easy.
Myself and Michelle, who were also in the room, were thinking, look how fast Mason's fingers are. Yeah.
Experienced gamer. So there was no challenge. He
Yeah.
went down easy. He talks a good game.
He did talk a
He
good
doesn't
game.
walk the walk.
So you can check that out on
he
CM42
talks,
TV.
doesn't walk the walk.
Yeah, what about you, Ewan? What have you been up to? You've been a while since you've been on the show.
Has it?
Well, since we've properly recorded anything anyway. Tell the listeners, I know how you've been, but tell the listeners.
Oh yeah, I've been great. Just plodding along.
Yeah, any misery for today? I don't know.
No, actually, I'm
All things going well.
everything. I don't have anything to complain about. I'm always complaining about money. Always complaining about money.
Money's always the issue,
Well, I
yeah.
never have it. That's the problem.
You spend it.
Yeah.
What about you, Ali Billy B?
Yeah, I've been well, folks.
So recently we were at a nice 21st, weren't we, Ali?
Oh, well.
Yeah, a good bit.
Yeah.
Mason was there as well, yeah, but a good bit alumni.
We got the
Bad
tune up.
bitch Becca just turned 21, just turned
24.
21st. I was going to say just on 21st. She's just had her 21st birthday, and myself, Mason, and Ali travelled all the way to Perth to have a great night. You couldn't make it,
Fantastic.
sadly. And we all had a great night, especially Ali, who was rather merry that night. Weren't you?
I may have been first and last on the dance floor.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what happened, okay? I've got a story to tell you. So
Alright.
we're all just boogieing on the dance floor, having a wonderful evening. Everybody looking really sharp, dresses, suits, shirts, the lot. And I wore this nice light blue shirt, right? I don't dress up very often, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, normally my normal clothes are just whatever, you know, jeans and a t-shirt, wrestling
CM
t-shirt,
Punk
whatever,
t-shirt.
my CM Punk t-shirt, whatever it is, right? So on nights out like this, where we're at a hotel for 21st, I wanted to dress rather nice. So I wore a lovely shirt, okay? Nice light blue. You know, if I was going to be, I didn't really sweat. If I was sweating, you'd see it. That's what we're dealing with. That's the blue shade we're seeing here, right? So Ali, looking lovely as always, had this lovely yellow dress on, boogieing, having a great night, and she's like, "Help, Chris, support my back, support my back."
Shut up, I didn't say
and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She
No.
starts bending
No.
backwards, right, trying to- on the dance floor.
You know it.
And I was like, "What are you doing?" "I'll go do it again, go do it again." This is Ali.
Right, that was not
She goes to do it a third time, full glass of vodka or whatever in her hand, over her shoulder. Chris Moffat, the face that runs the place, is covered in Ali Bally B's drink. Soaked, ladies and gents. Absolutely soaked. And,
I didn't even realise.
didn't realise she continued dancing, walked away. So here's me in my lovely light blue shirt that you can see everything ruined. So I went
You went to dry it and it was spick and span.
standing under the dryer in the toilet, holding it under, and it was actually fine. It actually came out very well.
Yeah, I
And
think it looked better.
Ali came up and apologised to me. Ali came and apologised. I was like, nothing to apologise about.
No, you
Um,
came and told me.
You'll not remember this tomorrow, so that's
And
nice.
I didn't.
No, but it was a good night though. We had a good time. I
A
don't
lot,
hold
a lot
any
of
grudges.
fun, a lot of jiggy and a lot of drop kicking.
Well, there you go. That's my misery corner. That's my story of the week. And but my highlight of the week, I'll tell you, is this moment right here, talking to all three of you.
Oh, yeah, Chad.
But my number 2 was seeing Avengers. So let's chat about it
Definitely.
now. Are we big Marvel fans, followers? Yeah.
Of course.
I know you. I mean, we are kind of, but mainly you guys. Because my favourite part of the last time you were on, or one of the last times you were on, we did the Wonder Woman, and you said you went to see Iron Man dressed as Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
I've seen the pictures.
I am a passionate woman. I'm one of many fires. Nah, yeah, what a loser though, eh? Nah, I'm joking. No, but I did look like a bit of a weirdo.
Did you wear your Iron Man costume to see Infinity War?
I didn't because I went straight from an audition. So it was a bit of a tricky old one. But I did get into the big, the big massive one, the big Infinity World, the
super screen.
super screen,
Oh,
and my
unbelievable.
popcorn, and ice blast, and I had my emotions.
You were at your audition. Alison, why are you dressed as Iron Man?
Yeah, well, exactly. I
It was good to see
I
Avengers.
I'm auditioning for Iron Man.
What was I going to say?
You what? You what, mate?
I've lost it. I've totally lost it, and I've
Dressing
interrupted
as Iron
before.
Man, going to see the
We
film.
should all dress up someday. No.
We should.
Just casually.
That's what I was going to say. You said, like you were like taking the piss out of the fact that you love Marvel films, but I think it's fine for us because I grew up with them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like I seen the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man when I was like
Oh,
when it
bloody
came out. Do you know what I
cracking,
mean?
yeah,
That was my
bro.
first Marvel film I seen in the cinema. So just since then, I've just watched them all. I think I've seen them all. Pretty sure I've seen them all.
Oh, every single. Yeah.
Marvel
Well,
film.
I think I have, but I'd love to go back and watch them because obviously it's
fact,
been a
no,
while.
I
I
have
don't
seen
think
them all.
no, I don't think I've missed a Marvel film either, apart from like Elektra, the really
Oh,
mundane
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think we're talking, in terms of MCU. You know
Do you know what?
Like,
There's one.
yeah, I've not missed an MCU.
There's one Marvel I've not seen.
What?
And that's I've not seen Doctor Strange.
we did an
This
episode.
movie must have been confusing.
That's a good
Well, not really, because I know all
Yeah.
I know all the backstory anyway for Doctor Strange. But no, I've not, I don't know what it is. Like it came out, I just wasn't. I don't know what it was. I wasn't that bored. Then I ended up forgetting about Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's a
But
good
now,
one as well.
yeah, well,
Doctor
actually,
Strange is
after
good.
watching Infinity War, because normally I would watch, even if I didn't like a character, I'd still normally watch it. But I think I was just so busy with college. But I want to watch it now. I actually really like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's great, especially in this film.
It's nice to just kind of. It's nice to see him do. He's so
Love his voice,
versatile in the things that he does. So it's nice to just see him in the franchise. You know?
We did a podcast about it.
Doctor Strange,
when
episode
it
we
came
did.
out, yeah, and that was episode 12, all the way back in the day. Can you believe that?
Wow.
So tell me, just on a general consensus, what were our initial thoughts on Infinity War?
Are we doing like spoiler chat? No spoiler?
I think we have to at this
like, 'cause
point.
you can't really talk
Yeah, I
about
think
it
we have
without.
to.
Can't really talk about it without saying anything.
Yeah, I was thinking about the format. I was thinking like, normally when we,
disclaimer.
yeah, I know.
But
not-
also, you should have seen it by now.
Yeah.
that's the thing. And
You can
also,
talk about aspects, but you can't really get into the crux of it
yeah.
without talking about it.
Usually when we review a big film like this, we talk about the characters and the actors and stuff like that. We don't normally review like the parts of the film. We talk about our experiences and what we thought of it. But this film just had so many massive characters and massive relationships and stuff like
so
that.
much happening.
Where
at
do we
once.
start?
Do you know what I actually quite liked about it though? There was so much happening and storylines running at the same time. And so many characters, but I wasn't lost at all. Like I knew what was happening each time. There'd be bits where I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, "Oh, I can't wait till they go back to so and so." And like, I'm interested in what's happening there. I
think it's just
cool.
because we like specific characters better.
Yeah,
you know?
and storylines better. So it was very. I thought it was quite smooth done.
I think
Quite
they did a
smoothly
good
done.
job of pairing up the certain
Mm-hmm.
characters, as in choosing who was where and when. Like making sure, obviously, Spider-Man was with Tony Stark because that's his like mentor type thing now. The way they're doing it, and making sure Doctor Strange was with Tony Stark as well because they're two like.
Yeah, well, they
their
have to make the
two
link.
personalities are quite
Yeah,
similar, so it was a bit conflict.
Yeah.
And
They
Star-Lord as well is kind of tries to
Yeah.
be like them as well.
they
so
definitely learned from Civil War.
Well, that was the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, how to
Like,
handle it
I
much
think
better.
sometimes we forget that Civil War is a Captain America film.
Yeah,
I just
you
assume
do.
it as an Avengers
You
film.
actually do forget.
Thing is with Civil War though, Civil War similar in the sense that there's so many characters on screen at one time and there's so many different stories and the balance and all that. And Civil War was a bit of a mess, and the iconic fight at the airport was a huge mess.
Crazy.
It looked good, but
I loved it though.
Yeah, but in Infinity War, despite having more characters to deal with, more stories and
Yeah,
more
they still
fights,
It's like-
it was done tremendously. There wasn't a single fight where I saw that I switched off
Better
and thought, "Oh,
structure.
what the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah.
And how bloody amazing is Black Panther? Bloody love.
That's a
Black
sleeper.
Panther.
The Black Panther film, I think, is an absolute sleeper. I think it's going to go down as one of the best films.
Oh,
Sleeper? What do
I-
you mean?
Like,
sleeper?
it's going to go under people's radar because in a
Really?
couple of years' time, well, we're going to look
Really?
back
Under the
on
radar.
2018 thinking, oh, that was Infinity War. We're going to forget that Black Panther
Yeah.
came out 3 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Black Panther was this year.
yeah.
Yeah, May or
Black
March.
Panther was
Yeah,
like
quite recent.
very recent.
I love.
Yeah, I
Black
did forget
Panther.
that. I get what you
Yeah.
said.
That's what I mean. I don't mean it's not a good film or anything. I just mean, sometimes like you can forget
Yeah.
it.
That was one thing. It wasn't like a massive thing. I wasn't like, oh my god, no, why?
Yeah.
But like the fact that they'd set a lot of it in Wakanda
Yeah.
when we had just been there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah, and which I quite liked as well because then maybe that's
It linked to it more.
Yeah, I
you
suppose
kind of
it makes
remember.
sense. It
Yeah,
makes
people might
sense.
have just seen Black Panther. They know Wakanda.
If you hadn't seen Black Panther, though, you'd be like,
Yeah, well,
what is this?
I love Black Panther.
You get a little snippet
I
from
feel like-
Civil War
yeah.
of Wakanda.
I feel like though, you could not. I'd find it very. You'd need to know about all the backstories before
Yeah.
you watch that film. Like you couldn't just watch it. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no
I guess we're lucky that it's coming out as we're getting to see them.
Yeah.
I felt at a disadvantage when I went and first watched all the Harry Potter films because I had to watch them all one after the other, which I probably would have loved if I could follow the story, wait my turn to see the film and stuff, and you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
become
yeah.
one with the characters and stuff. I
Yeah.
guess that's why I love all the new Star Wars films because we're experiencing them with everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
My initial rating for Infinity War was a solid 8 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Solid 8, yeah. I rate Marvel movies and how good they are compared to Winter Soldier.
To be honest,
Because I think Winter Soldier is...
Winter Soldier's
Well, I think Winter Soldier is a perfect superhero
Like,
movie.
I think it is perfect. Yeah, actually, I'd agree. I love Winter Soldier.
My second viewing, I've jumped up to a solid 9 out of 10. But I saw the midnight show the first time, and it's seeing movies. A movie experience will never be like a theatre experience. Like it's because it's just not the same. But midnight showings sort of have that same vibe, you know.
Well, see, I don't know, Chris. You kind of agree with me in terms of like I get an excited buzz going to the cinema and before a film starts, and I'll sit in the cinema and I'll be like, oh my god, I get excited throughout it. Whereas I can get that in theatre sometimes, depending on if it's something that I like already. But with films, I don't need to know it already. I can get that excitement.
I agree. I'm just, I guess, more comfortable in the cinema. Yeah, you know,
we're like more film buffs, really.
Yeah.
I'll say this: that was the busiest I've ever seen a cinema.
Well, that
oh my
ever
gosh,
in my life,
yeah.
and I saw Last Jedi midnight show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that experience then. How was it seeing the midnight screening? Crazy.
It was crazy, but I was more overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, but I was more whelmed with Last Jedi.
Yeah, totally.
But that's because my biggest cinema experience before that was the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who. But then I saw Last Jedi and I thought, oh, I've never done anything like this before in terms of like a cinema with like-minded people.
Was it in the super screen and stuff like that?
No, The Last Jedi was super screen, but Infinity War wasn't. But Infinity War was just packed. Like the concession stand was
ridiculous.
Like you couldn't, you've been in Cineworld, you've seen the rooms, you couldn't move. Yeah. Like it was like it's like the room was blockaded by just queues and lines. It was ridiculous. It was. It was just great being in a room with like-minded people who were all so there excited. Who are just equally excited to see the same movie you are.
Yeah. And these are fans as well.
They're fans.
Following stuff. But I went a couple of days after and I felt the same way because it was packed as well. The concession stand was massive. And
I spoke about this in the film theory chat with Ian. Infinity War was probably, and it will be for a long time, the biggest blockbuster movie ever made.
Oh, totally. Like,
it's not just a big blockbuster. It'll probably go down for the next few decades as the biggest.
Mental. Imagine being a part of that as an actor, like Robert Downey Jr. and all that.
Tom Holland. The same age as us.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And Tom Holland is like...
He's so bloody young, isn't he?
Robert Downey Jr., he's almost the forefather. He's been in it since the first Iron Man.
He's the icon.
He's been through it, but Tom Holland was literally, he just came into it. He came into this huge franchise.
Amazing.
He must be so... must be overwhelming.
That's why I always think Marvel, the MCU is doing better than DC, just because Marvel have taken their time, like
it's 10 years in the making.
10 years to get to here, whereas the first, like they brought out Man of Steel and they're like, right, let's put Batman in the next one, and Wonder Woman, and then by their third film, it was the Justice League. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like.
No, you're right.
You've not taken it any time whatsoever.
And maybe that's why we hold these Avengers films in such high regard, because they mean more, and they
there
need
was
more.
2 Iron Man films before the first Avengers film, was it not?
Iron Man,
Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor.
Was Hulk was 2010.
Hulk is part of it.
No, Hulk was 2007.
Yeah.
Hulk was the first, actually.
Because they did...
I thought it was Iron Man was the first one.
Hulk was
before it.
Really?
Different actor. Different...
Yeah.
Oh, of course it was Edward Norton.
I still love those Hulks, yeah.
Edward Norton is the Hulk. Total weird casting. Why did he drop out?
He's such a weirdly funny guy, Edward Norton.
Isn't he? Did he drop out for any particular reason?
I don't know.
No. When they made the first Hulk, they weren't making a franchise. That was the film.
Right,
and then they did Iron Man, and instead of doing another Hulk movie...
No, they were. It was meant to be part of it.
Was it?
Yeah, because Tony Stark comes in at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
and then of course Spider-Man: Homecoming last year. Tony Stark was in it and stuff. They're all kind of like
Tony Stark speaks to General Ross, who's now the head guy, and he's in Infinity War.
He's such a dick. He's my least favourite Marvel character, even in Civil War. He's such an asshole.
Yeah, he's the one that brings up the Accords, isn't it?
Yeah, well, how about dangerous? Yeah, but you're even talking about Man of Steel and DC. They're just they're blowing their load, like for lack of a better phrase.
They're literally just trying to catch up with.
They're trying to copy Marvel and they don't understand.
Well, like as well, I don't know how long the DC films have been, but they felt like 10 million years though.
Yeah,
They're
it's
all
just-
over 2 hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Take
even-
Wonder Woman. That's like a good character story. You go. It's a good origin story, and they never did that for Man of Steel. Really,
No, they
I didn't mind Man
They-
of Steel, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I guess that.
Man of Steel's alright, but even within Man of Steel, they try to half-ass his backstory.
Bless you.
Bless
Oh
you.
my god.
Sorry guys.
That was a loud sneeze.
Sorry guys.
They're trying. I'm trying to find words to articulate it.
Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice finally out in Blu-ray and DVD.
It's like 3 hours.
Extra extended edition, another 30 minutes added. So that's about what, 3 hours and
Gosh.
12 or something.
The thing with the Man of Steel was they're afraid. DC are afraid because we all know these characters. Like, everyone knows Superman's backstory. Everyone knows Batman's backstory.
I'm so happy they didn't do another Batman origin story.
But Marvel do it, and it's fine. No one says that about Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
or,
but they've done it
Ant-Man
4
or Black
times
Panther.
though. They've done the Batman one 4 times.
Spider-Man's. Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man's 3 now.
Yeah.
We can Andrew Garfield. Oh, that is 3.
They didn't do it in Homecoming,
Yeah, that is
thankfully.
3, Mason.
Well, I suppose Homecoming wasn't an origin.
No, they didn't. He was already
yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a good point now. But even in Man of Steel, you're talking about them not
It's an
taking their
origin
time.
story, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only is it's an origin story, but his first villain is like General Zod,
Yeah.
which is like an end game
Right,
Superman.
let's
baddie.
move on to the actual film. Avengers Infinity War, which is currently sitting at an 8.9 on IMDb, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
2.5 hours long. The Avengers and their allies must be willing to sacrifice all in an attempt to defeat the powerful Thanos before his blitz of
Thanos.
devastation and ruin puts an end to the universe. Directed by the Russo brothers, of course coming from the comics, starring everybody. There's no point even listing all the actors because
Yeah.
they have everybody. Just getting things off the bat, my favourite character of the Avengers or characters are the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I love those films, and I love the fact how big of a deal they were considered
Yeah.
in this film. They were just as big
They're
as
huge. It was mental.
yeah,
actually.
they're just as as big as Doctor
Yeah,
Strange and
they had to
Captain
be,
America.
yeah.
Had to be.
With Gamora being Thor's
Yeah.
daughter.
Thanos' daughter, not Thor's daughter.
Yeah, I meant Thanos. That's because you said, you know why? Because you said your favourite character was
Yeah,
mine's a Thor.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking about Thor.
Yeah.
I've said since day one, since Avengers 1 came out, Thor is the MVP. Always will be the
MVP?
MVP. He is. See, because Midnight Showing as well, when he landed in the battlefields, the cinema erupted. Not the entire cinema. Glasgow. The screen erupted with claps and cheers.
yeah.
Do you know what that bit took me back to though? Because it's the same music. It's in the
first
in
one.
the first Avengers
When
when
it's
they're
the
in the
pan.
circle and it's going round them all and it's like
Great.
do,
Oh.
do,
That just that
do.
moment is
like
iconic.
come
in film.
together.
It gets your
and you
blood
just go
pumping.
"Whoa!"
Do you
And
not
the guy
think
comes
the-
out and went, "Ah,
Do you not think the first Avengers movie has a quality to it that no other movie will
No,
have?
no.
There's
But-
something
and
about the
because
first one.
because it was like the first, and I remember going to see it and just being
Amazed,
just
yeah.
shot like what, like obviously Infinity War is amazing, but
Yeah.
you kind of know what you're gonna get. Whereas with the first Avengers, you had no
That's-
idea what was they were gonna do.
Yeah,
with it.
that's what
And
I was going to say
it
about
was
Infinity War.
the mystery of it, what was gonna happen, and no, first Avengers is always my favourite.
The-
But with this, I think there was some mystery as to what they were going to do.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
There was all this talk about, what are the odds? Who's going to die?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I think they knew that because you can see in the film they play with it a couple of times, like, oh, the
And you
president.
do
But totally,
get a
yeah.
wee bit. I think, yeah.
The
But-
only thing... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'll talk about it.
No, you-
because it's about Thanos in it.
All right, okay.
We'll get to him in a second, yeah.
The only thing I'd fault about Infinity War, and it's not Infinity War's fault, it's more the MCU and the fandom and like social media and all that, is the movie was very self-aware of itself in the sense that when things were happening, I wasn't surprised.
Right. Okay.
Like, you know, when like a series, a TV show, or a franchise is so self-aware, you know what's going to happen. Walking Dead has the same quality because it follows the comics,
Yep.
But
and
I
it's not
think-
because the
yeah.
MCU follows. It's not because the MCU follows the comic, because it doesn't. It's just that, for example, when certain people were dying and certain people were, disappearing, and the whole thing with him clicking his fingers, and the basically the ending cliffhanger, I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean?
But I feel like that with a lot of comic book films. Like I'm kind of,
Yeah.
you kind of,
It's because they have such a big following.
But is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
I don't
It's
think it's
just
a bad
an
thing.
unfortunate thing.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
get some more
okay.
enjoyable.
It's like, well, you understand this because you're a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, totally.
Did you enjoy it more when you were a kid and you didn't know what was going on behind the
Yeah.
scenes?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
But you're looking at it differently, I suppose. Yeah,
You know what
you're
I'm
right.
saying? It's that sort of thing, like, because it's so self-aware, we know what's going on behind the scenes. Like we know about this person's contract is over.
Expiring, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So we know he's not. It's that sort of thing.
Or we know they're not going to put the title on this person. Just like if you're a child, you're thinking, you know, oh my god, say Spider-Man is been killed or whatever.
Like back in the day,
that might affect you. Do you know what I mean?
Back in the day,
Just like, oh, just...
before Twitter and Facebook and social media had exploded, there was no such thing as the only coverage you got of a movie was the trailer.
Yeah,
that you saw in the cinema or a poster
or a review in a newspaper.
And it's not a bad thing. It's not the movie's fault. It's just an unfortunate thing.
Yeah,
but that's where we are.
It's almost like it's out of their control, isn't it?
Yeah. Doctor Who had that's probably Doctor Who's biggest issue now with its writing is that everybody knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, good point. But I mean, it still is really effective. The end scene with them all disappearing or whatever was very emotional.
Did you Spider-Man's like Tom Holland's? That was improv.
Total improv, yeah, which I really enjoyed. But also,
improv.
He improved a bit when he's like fading away, and he's like, "I don't want to go."
And he grabbed Tony Stark.
That's
Don't
improv.
let me go, Mr. Stark.
No, that bit
That's
was,
why
like,
Tony
was
has
so
no lines.
emotional.
Yeah.
I think actually, I just love their relationship. I think it
They
really,
got a really
warms
cool
my,
relationship,
really
don't they?
warms my heart.
Yeah,
to be
like
honest.
brothers.
Apparently, the brothers said to Tom Holland, "Okay, improv this scene, and you just don't want to die. Go."
Really, is that what
Yeah.
happened? Yeah. He's great, isn't he? I wish I was as good as him.
It's Tom. Tom's
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
And they're all
he
great,
is
but
Peter Parker.
He's perfect.
I'm glad they've got a young person.
Yeah, but
As
I
much as-
still
yeah.
love Tobey Maguire. Still,
As much as I
He's-
love
and
Tobey
still,
Maguire.
to me, he
Yeah.
actually just is Peter Parker. Like,
I
him
agree.
in general
he's not a good
life. Like,
Spider-Man though. That was my issue with.
I
Tobey
know
Maguire.
I liked him as Spider-Man.
I don't mind. It's just the same.
But
thing.
then also, see, do you know what? So
Massive.
in terms of you
When you
saying
think
like you
about
kind of know what's going to happen and stuff
Yeah.
like that, do you think that's maybe why people love things like Game of Thrones? They love
Well,
because
Game of
because-
Thrones back
totally
in the day.
unpredictable.
but because you just have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe Game of Thrones back in the day, but now Game of Thrones is.
But it's like everything
Yeah.
you get if it's unpredictable.
Yeah,
then
I get what
you'll
you're saying. Yeah.
eventually
No,
get used to that,
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
The thing about everybody, I don't know what to say dying because I don't think they're dead.
Well, I've got
but
my
like,
theories.
the folk of them disappearing.
Yeah.
You know, the plan for Thanos when he clicked his fingers, then half of existence is gone.
Yeah.
Half of them. So you literally didn't know who was going to go.
Yeah.
You know. Now I was saying to you guys earlier on, we have. As you were saying, as we know they have the internet and stuff like that, we are now aware of certain things. So we know that there's going to be a Guardians 3. We know there's a next Spider-Man. We know there's all this. So
They're not here.
they're also we know they need to come back somehow. You know what I mean?
They could be set
Yeah.
before it.
That's true. But then also what they could have done is got rid of Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk because there's not those films slated to be
Yeah.
released. So just in terms of
Yeah.
folk going just dismissed, Spider-Man will still be alive. We could be saying, my God, they killed Captain America.
Yeah.
Which we're not doing. You know. So that was one thing I didn't like. But I did love the bit where people didn't know who was going to go.
I know it was a bit kind of like you're watching. You're a bit like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, are they still? It was a bit.
But
I wasn't really like emotional about it or anything though.
it was you know. It was emotional, but-
I was more emotional at Loki's death.
Yeah,
But I think he is gone.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's dead.
I think
he is.
Gamora.
I think
as
Gamora's
well.
gone as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
do
big
actually
Loki
think.
fan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead. He's died twice before. He's fine.
That's true.
He's fine. God of mischief.
That's my
Yeah,
thing as well.
true, but
He's
he
fine.
did look
We
pretty
tell
dead.
ourselves
He
these
did
things.
look.
I know he
pretty
did.
dead.
Before I went to see it, I was talking to my big brother, and you know, me, Dale Taylor were huge like MCU fans, and we always talk about it. I kept on saying today was that Loki's not dying in this movie, and Taylor was like, if you don't think Loki's not dying in the first 15 minutes of this movie, you're off your head. I was like, he's gonna survive. And then I saw the movie. And literally the first 15
Yeah.
minutes, I just turned to Dale. I was like, he's fine.
So that was a sad moment.
He's fine.
Yeah.
But the only people that are left, bar a few other ones, are the original Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
They'll settle it.
in order for a big send off for them, I imagine it'll be them figuring out how to bring everyone back.
Well, I've got my theories,
Yeah,
and I
but
spoke to you
do
a
you know
lot
what I
We've got
Yeah.
Infinity War Part 2 coming, don't we? So
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember ages and ages ago when it was first announced and it was Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, but now it's not that.
Oh, really?
No, it's just Infinity War and then it's like the next event. It's
The-
like Avengers 4.
The final Avengers isn't the title is Avengers 4. There's no
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know
because
that.
the title is a spoiler.
no. The title is Avengers 4, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah,
Avengers 4. That's boring.
because after they do that, they're not doing the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They're doing the new Avengers
Yeah.
and like the younger people.
Yeah.
So
It's
whatever.
sad to see them go.
I can't wait for them to do the Fantastic Four.
Properly.
Are they doing
Like,
that?
Properly.
Well, yeah, they will do because the next baddie. Who's the next baddie you could do after Thanos? It'll be Galactus. Yeah, which will be
which they did horribly in the Silver Surfer, but
oh my
they did that horribly
gosh.
because the main baddie and selling for the movie was the Silver Surfer and not Galactus.
yeah.
I love.
I just hate Fantastic Four in general. They're just.
I don't mind. I can watch the movies and enjoy them, but
but I genuinely don't. I didn't like them in the comics either. Like I don't really.
Well, I'll tell you what, nothing is as bad as the worst movie made of all time, which is Fantastic Four 2016.
Oh yeah,
2017.
The first two Fantastic Four I enjoy
fine.
much more.
They're just dumb comic book like movies, but that Fantastic Four, and it's a great cast.
I know
It's a
they're all
fucking
good.
amazing cast.
I enjoyed them when I was younger, like the original
No,
one.
no, we're
We're
talking
We're talking
this.
about the newer one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it. Thank
The
God.
worst movie ever made.
I went to see it and I was like, I want to see it. My friend was like, nah, I've heard it's not that good. And I was like, no, let's go. And we walked out and he's like, why did you make me see that? I was
Yeah.
like, I'm
You know when you
so
see a bad
sorry.
movie and you can sort of still enjoy it because it's bad?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I have it.
So
Totally.
no, this was
not with
not
that.
it. This was just bad,
Yeah.
and you're just. It's not even comic book movie bad, because a comic book movie, like a superhero movie, is still a superhero movie. There's going to be action and people getting thrown about. There was none of that. It was Doom flying about.
Yeah,
Doom flying about.
Doom.
But, like-
Doom from America.
But I wonder how long into production it takes before the team's like, okay, this is shit, but we've spent so much money, we need to roll with it. Like that must be
They
They spent
like
a fortune as well on
that
just
must be such a kind of
the CGI.
Like, because the CGI wasn't awful. Do you know what I mean?
The thing looked better in the original than he did in that movie. It was just a walk. It was like the fucking prequels. Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan goes to that restaurant and it's the worst looking scene in cinema history because everything is CGI.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor must have walked into a green room with only green objects and he must have just looked around at green everywhere.
Like the new Jungle Book.
Yeah.
How we boy around about.
oh gosh, yeah.
You know, no,
you know
what he
what-
looked
you know what
like?
I'm
He
talking
looked like
about?
Korg
The mad guy with the 4 arms
from
Clone
Ragnarok.
Wars. Oh fucking yeah.
That's what they looked like.
Let's talk about some of the characters. Go on, Ewan.
Sorry, I was just going to say, this will lead you into
Go on.
something else. Good superhero film is only as good as its villain.
Yes,
Which is
I agree 100%.
which the villains are probably the weakest part of the MCU.
Marvel, yeah.
But Infinity War.
Actually, yeah. Oh,
No, Mr.
Oh.
Thanos, he delivered.
I
Mr.
honestly,
Thanos.
I'm not. I'm gonna be honest.
fancy
That would be nice.
I just
You
there was
fancy him.
just something
You fancy him.
about him, and I just.
You
I
fancy
mean,
him.
I was-
Seen-
You fancy a
I
purple
ju-
alien?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. But there was just something about the way he spoke, the way just his eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's really.
It just.
Have you seen the
something-
Deadpool
2 trailer?
Uh-huh.
Because Josh Brolin's the
Yeah.
baddie and he's like, he calls him Thanos in it.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
something
That is
like-
funny. Actually.
Hold on, Thanos. Yeah.
But wow, just dominant. In fact, that's not in a good way because he's a bad man.
Yeah, of course he is. But do you not find
But
that the best bad guys are ones that you can somewhat relate to and kind of
Yeah,
exactly.
you know what, you might be right.
I'm
Exactly.
glad they changed it.
I actually felt bad for him at times.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
No,
that's it.
because
I don't know.
he obviously does in his own head
Think he's doing
think
the right
that
thing,
he's doing the
like-
right thing.
Yeah.
You see they show you briefly why
Yeah.
he's doing
Yeah.
what he's doing, but
Yeah.
you know it. The whole thing with Gamora, he's crying like
Oh,
he
that's
actually
heartbreaking
does
scene.
love her, and
Really?
Heartbreaking.
He knows what he
does
has to do, yeah.
and also
but then he still, do you know what? He still kills her. So for a
yeah,
first
but it's a necessary sacrifice in his head.
Well,
he
he-
doesn't kill anyone else. Think about all the times he could kill all the other Avengers, and he just leaves.
But he just kills his daughter instead.
But because it
he
was
needs to. Yeah,
necessary.
because he needs to.
It was necessary.
Just,
He only wants to wipe out
just
half.
kill the daughter.
He only wants to
How
wipe
they
out
do it?
half of humanity. That's all.
Well,
that's what
more
it
than
is. Isn't it?
humanity, half of the universe.
He wants to wipe out half of the universe, and then he'll be happy. That's what it is.
It's half the population on
Full
every
like that
planet of the
in real
universe.
life,
Yeah,
isn't it?
half the population on every
It's not just
planet.
half the universe, so like half is just
No,
empty
yeah.
and barren.
Half the population on every planet, right?
Mm.
So that's all he wants to do. There's so many times.
That's all.
The first scene he could have killed Thor, doesn't, leaves.
Yeah.
That scene on his planet with Tony Stark and all that, blah blah blah. Could kill them all, doesn't, leaves, goes to Wakanda, whatever.
But then, because what would
he
he get from killing them? He was
Exactly.
like,
It's
I don't
only
know.
necessary.
Yeah.
What he thinks is necessary.
If
So
he gets something
you
from it.
kind of
Relate
like he
in some
doesn't
way.
just kill for no reason. He honestly does think that he's doing the best.
He's lawful evil.
Yeah.
He's. I'm glad they changed it from the comics. Because in the
'Cause
comics,
he just
in the comics, he kills people. He wants to wipe out every life in the universe because he fancies he loves death. Like because death is a woman in Marvel. he loves death, so he wants to gift her dead people. Which, I mean, it makes a good villain, but it doesn't make a relatable, villain. Because he's not evil for the sake of being evil. Like,
you can tell he has some sensibility about him and stuff, and it's quite it's endearing because a lot of other villains don't.
Well, the villains in Marvel is probably the weakest part of the MCU as villains. You know, you get some really bad villains. The Ant-Man villain is awful.
Can I just say, where was he? I was hoping to see him.
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
I actually.
Ant-Man it was, but that'll be why.
Yeah, of course, but I
that's
just would like to see
out,
it. I love that film. Can't wait for the sequel.
I actually thought Ant-Man was in it. Like people.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
He was the funniest part of Civil War.
Yeah, one of the funniest parts, anyway.
Paul Rudd, though.
Yeah.
It's so good. This is
Paul
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd's
So
personality.
good. Can I just say, funniest part of Infinity War, in my opinion, was just Batista.
Oh my
dragged
God!
Again, to steal the show. Who would have thought?
So funny.
With the line "Why is Gamora" is one of my favourite lines in the history of cinema.
I just can't go over the fact that he was, when I was like a wee girl, he was my man, Batista, the animal Batista. You know?
Walk for
Like,
man.
Don't think you're
At this bit of
Or it would be, all the fireworks would go off, and he's like, "Oh, the animal Batista,
And then he's dragged.
Batista bomb, bomb." I used to be like, "Batista's my man," and then look at him now, look how my man's blossom.
Do you not think he has a really tiny head?
Yeah, but
He has
big
the
body.
smallest head ever. You think John Cena's got a wee head, but his it's the
Big
shape of
arm.
his head as well. My favourite line is Mantis's. It's the kicking names and taking asses.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. Some really good writing in this film. And in terms of actors and characters, Tony Stark and Iron Man is the godfather of the MCU.
My man.
He was voted like the best, like the most popular character
Yeah.
Of course,
in the MCU.
Of course, yes. Like I just see when I see him on screen, my heart just lights up. My heart melts. It lights up. It changes.
I thought he was a goner.
I don't know
I don't
if
think
I
he was a
prefer.
So there's quite a few people that honey pie.
I don't know if I prefer Tony to like Captain America.
I do.
But I don't know.
I do. I think I do.
After Civil War and Winter Soldier,
Yeah, you do love it.
because I hated Captain America. Like,
I didn't. I
before
didn't,
Civil War, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But what came first, Winter Soldier or Civil War?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I saw Winter Soldier and I liked him. Then Civil War came out and I really liked him, and then this movie came out and I really liked him.
I like what you were saying about Winter Soldier, because you've
Soldier's the
reminded me
perfect
again about how
superhero
much how brilliant it bloody is. Yeah.
Let's talk about a little wee cameo that we had no idea was going to happen. Little Peter Dinklage. Who was
Little Peter Dinklage.
Oh, no.
Out of nowhere.
How does he get? He's just. Oh. I was honestly like, I said to Dale, if I see Amelia Clark in this movie, I'm gonna leave. I don't care how much I'm enjoying this. If she walks on stage, not stage, if she comes on screen, I don't care who she is, I'm just gonna leave. Fucking hate Amelia Clark. I don't hate Amelia. For the record, I don't hate Amelia Clark. I just hate every single role she does.
When Peter
But
Dinklage,
I'm sure she's an absolutely nice guy. You know.
Have you
Gorgeous
met?
man. Oh.
when Peter Dinklage appeared on screen, it took me a couple of seconds. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a midget playing a giant.
That's a midget playing a giant dwarf.
Literally.
A giant.
That's a dwarf
But
playing a
it's
dwarf
so
who's a giant dwarf.
genius. But it's so genius. Though.
I don't get why he's giant though.
Yeah, why is he giant?
Because the Asgardians are like, I was thinking, because he's a dwarf compared to the Asgardians. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's not. Because they're human
Who's
sized.
he a dwarf compared to?
Exactly, and they're called
He's
dwarves.
massive.
I just love the way he talks in it. You are meant to protect us.
You are meant to protect us.
I thought it was nice. What about Mark Ruffalo?
Yes.
Reprising
Oh, I'm
Batman.
so glad.
That's what killing you means.
You'll be killed only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means. I'm so glad Mark gets to play Bruce more.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
Hulk really didn't show up apart from the start.
Yeah,
I know.
because in every Avengers movie he comes in as the Hulk, and you're like, how much does Mark actually get to do
Yeah.
in these movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a terrific actor.
Thor Ragnarok, like Thor 3 was the big one he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from Avengers 1, he's quite
Ragnarok was great, man.
fucking love Ragnarok.
Yeah, it was a good
Ragnarok
one.
saved Thor because he was pretty boring.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
oh no,
in his own
totally.
movies.
I still like it. I mean,
Oh
I
no,
like it, but I still like the film.
Yeah.
Thor used to actually be my favourite for it.
He will be my favourite. His first scene in Avengers 1 is amazing. When they've got Loki in the jet
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
lightning shows up and like you're afraid of the lightning, and then he just lands, beats up Iron Man
After.
and takes
Yeah.
flies out with Loki. Oh, he's amazing.
What about
It gets shit done.
Yeah.
What about Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes?
Yeah.
All the way to London.
Didn't, didn't see much of
He only
him.
pops up a
No.
few times.
But then it was the same for quite a few characters, you know, you didn't really see too much.
Well, he was post-credit scene in Ragnarok, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or no, Black Panther?
Well,
Civil
what?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Really recent.
Really recent. Black Panther.
Black Panther was a
Panther,
post-credit
yeah.
scene. So I knew he was going to be in it.
shit,
some
White
ways.
Wolf.
The White Wolf.
Yeah, so nice to see him
He was
again.
dashing.
He's probably
He's very attractive.
he's
Very.
probably the character that's changed the most
Yeah.
out of the entire MCU.
Hope we see more of him.
Apart from Tony, because Tony's been up and down and everywhere.
Yeah. What about one of my favourites that doesn't get talked about enough? Anthony Mackie playing Falcon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love him. See the banter between, to go back to Bucky,
Yeah.
Bucky and Falcon in Civil War, when Spider-Man's kicking the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the front seat, he's in the back. Can you move your seat forward? No.
That was great. I love him. All the ones down to talk about Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I
Course,
think
great.
he's-
He's really
such a good actor.
weirdly
you know?
good as Doctor Strange.
Oh, isn't he?
I
It's
think
the way
I
he
think
talks.
it's
Do you know?
I
He's
think
in
it's
constant
his
slack.
yeah, it's his look as well
Yeah.
though. He fit like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
His look as
He does
well.
look like.
It looks like Doctor Strange.
It looks strange. I was flicking through the channels last night and Zoolander 2 was on. And I forgot Benedict Cumberbatch is in Zoolander 2
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
with
don't
long
know.
hair, and it's just not right. So-
right.
That got so much controversy because he's playing like a
Yeah.
gender fluid.
Yeah,
guy.
it's
And he's
really
like,
strange.
He's pure. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, what about the Guardians? We have Chris Pratt, Dave
I
Bautista.
think he's.
Who
very
else do we
good.
have here? We have, of course, Bradley Cooper, which you don't even realise is Bradley Cooper. Vin Diesel and playing Gamora.
Vin Diesel.
Diesel.
Is
I can't
Zoe
believe they're still
Zelda.
crediting him.
How much money does he make for saying I am Groot?
I
He's
am
probably
Groot.
said it once and they just edited the God.
What does he say?
I am Groot.
I am Steve Rogers.
I am Steve Rogers. I mean, he comes in, he has to say it differently.
I like
Yeah.
it when
I am Groot.
I like it when in the first one he's like, I am Groot, and they're like, whoa!
Oh, yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. I love the Guardians.
Yeah, they are good.
Chris
yeah.
Pratt is just fantastic. I love the fact that he was just as important, the kid said this at the start, but mainly Star-Lord was just as important as Iron Man, and he was just as important as Captain
Yeah.
America and stuff, especially when the glove was almost off his hand. They almost saved the universe.
I know. He's
getting a lot of stick for that.
his little
But then they
bitchy-
almost saved the universe because Doctor Strange said they only saw one possible.
That's true as well. Let's talk about that. Yeah, Doctor Strange said he
Yeah.
saw millions of possibilities, but only one of them
Yeah.
where they win.
where they win,
and that's why he gives them the time stone because
yeah,
he knows he needs
he
to
has
for
to
that to
have it
happen.
done.
But what do you call him? Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, getting a lot of stick for punching Thanos when the glove was nearly off. But he's been through a lot just in
Yeah. We
that
We have
movie.
to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like imagine
He was
finding
asked to kill Gamora,
Gamora.
decided
and
to
then it's bloody bubbles.
Bubbles, and then
That's right.
he is face to face with the person that actually does it.
Yeah.
And I just think, imagine him
Tough times.
imagine going through that.
So
I'll wait till you get
yeah,
to
I
that
feel
one.
for him, and yeah, the whole thing with the possibilities, and then he says, "Oh, this was the only way." When he's fading away, and
Yeah.
he's like, this
It's
is
just
the only way.
how many times
Doctor
has
Strange started.
Nebula crashed a ship into a family member? Nebula.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
movie she crashes a ship into a family member.
So if you could just don't let her drive.
Exactly. In the fucking second Guardians, she literally flies across half the galaxy to find Gamora on a planet to just crash the ship into. In this movie, her first appearance, boom.
I feel bad for Gamora though, I must say. I did feel bad for Gamora.
Yeah, it's
It's a heartbreaking scene.
I do really like
It's
it.
when she realises and
Yeah.
she goes to stab herself,
Yeah,
and that gets made
Yeah.
into bubbles. Bubbles.
Yeah.
At least she
Yeah.
got bubbles before she died.
I think
I'm just like, you could have transformed it into like a banana or something.
Could have been
That's-
anything,
That's more
yeah.
demeaning. Like, she got nice bubbles.
also I was see when I
He's
always
very cool.
thought in my head, like, once he has all the Infinity Stones, how are they like physically going to stop him?
Thor.
But,
God of Thunder.
but no, because he controls everything really.
Yeah.
But the fact that I don't know if this is the same in the comics, I'm not sure, but the fact that like it's only if he closes his hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they do that a couple of times, like don't
Yeah.
let him close his hand. So that kind of gives him a little
I
bit.
guess that's the intrigue.
That's
though.
different.
Yeah.
Gonna happen.
That's different once he's got all of them.
Is it?
Yeah, because once he's got all of them, he's basically got the power to shape the universe in whatever way
Yeah.
he wants. That's why when he clicks his
Mental.
fingers,
I think
Yeah,
they did
shit
a,
goes
good,
down.
a good job of showing that all the kind of
yeah,
all the uses of the gauntlet.
Because we've seen the Infinity Stones used before by some of the
What?
villains.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at myself.
We've seen the stones used by previous villains.
Yeah.
Like Ronan, who's my favourite villain actually. Like
What's he in?
Ronan's Guardians 1.
Right.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? With the dance off. We've seen Malekith use the reality stone, and all he did was just constant spikes. That's all he did with it. Christopher Eccleston, the Doctor, who didn't speak a word of English the entire movie. Oh, he hates sci-fi as it is. He must have come on set. You're going to play a dark elf. Read this.
Speaking of not speaking English.
A great northern man.
Speaking of not speaking English, Chadwick Boseman
Right, that's racist.
as Black Panther, as T'Challa. Wakanda forever.
Oh, Bombay!
What did we think of them? Or him in this film?
And get this man a
Yeah.
shield.
Yeah.
Get this man a shield.
Yeah, I think he's both.
Fantastic.
Like, I
Uh-huh.
think he's, yeah.
And very
And
handsome.
in real life, like, he's very, very. He's
I just
smooth,
love his
smooth
aesthetic.
operator.
Not always the Black Panther suit. See when he's king and he's rocking around the palace and he's like regal wear.
Wakanda is a beautiful country.
I just think they're all badass and Black Panther.
Killmonger was good as well.
Killmonger was a
I
good
loved
one.
his king outfit. Joggies. Like velvet joggies and like a fur coat. Just like pecs and abs.
Killmonger's voted one of the better Marvel villains, I think.
I
They
mean,
did a
Yeah.
poll.
it's not hard to beat
They
though.
did a poll, and villains that are human or get
Yeah.
better response.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's mental. The first ever Marvel villain, apart from the one in the Hulk, was Tony's like ex-boss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With like the big huge Iron Man suit.
Obadiah.
Obadiah, that's his name.
Obadiah Stane or something.
What were you going to say? You were going to say something about a character and you said, I'll wait, but I'm not going to do it anymore. What character were you talking
I
about?
can't remember, Chris.
Oh, well,
Oh,
they'll come back
I've
to
got
me.
one.
Go
I've
for it.
got one. So we're just speaking about Captain America, the first Avenger, who makes a wee appearance in Infinity War. The Red Skull.
He does
Oh,
make a
the
wee
Red
appearance. He is
Skull.
the Red Skull.
And
Also
it wasn't.
Does he go as well? He dies, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, no, we don't know. He's just left there.
I see, okay.
Well, because he's guarding the
He was
Soul
guarding the
Stone.
Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Right, that's right,
He
yeah.
wasn't guarding it, he was guiding people who are seeking it.
Okay, whatever.
But I've got a theory
He gets
about him.
it, but he just never. You don't think it's actually the Red
I
Skull.
don't think it's the Red Skull, I think it's Death.
But why would they
Or
perceive?
Loki.
Why would it? Why would it
Affect anything.
present itself as the Red Skull?
Ah, that's a good point.
Because it's not anyone that knows the Red Skull.
It
Do you
could
know what I
just
mean?
be for like fan flavour.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the Red Skull. My theory is that the Soul Stone is self-aware and wanted all of this to happen. Because
Right.
the Soul Stone knew that Thanos would come and do all this stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it wants to wipe out half the universe or half the planets in the universe. So, because they've replaced Death in the comics with the Soul Stone, so the Soul Stone wants souls. It wants the souls of the dead. So when he clicked his fingers, they're not dead. They're in the Soul Stone.
Ooh,
And it
that's
wants
heavy,
all
man.
the souls. So like the next, arc, or it'll be like them getting all the souls out of the Soul Stone.
there you go.
Because what did Thanos see when he clicks his fingers? He sees he's in this like orange. Like,
It's Gamora.
but it's not Gamora though.
Yeah, well.
It's something talking to him posed as Gamora. You know what I mean? And the realm
Yeah.
and where he was looked oddly similar to Vormir.
Vormir.
Yeah, it looked really similar. So I think it's the Soul Stone wanting people. And if that turns out to be the aspect of Death,
Wow.
which could they've not introduced in the comics yet,
Yeah.
not in the MCU, if they use her, because she is like a big character.
So really anything could happen. We just have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think
Anything
Thanos
could
isn't the bad guy
happen.
anymore. Because
Yeah.
he bit himself, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one thing before we go, which is going to kind of chat about, is the upcoming Captain Marvel. because that was the kind of the post-credit hint.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson sending a message before he disappeared. Love the Sam Jackson
Love
reference.
that.
Not even Nick Fury, the Sam Jackson reference.
Yeah,
which is really awesome.
I love the bit when everyone's disappearing and he's running back to the car and there's a guy in the way and he just like
knocks it away.
he just completely shoves him away.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I think it's just because we have no idea what to expect with this film. You know what I mean? Is it going to be like the Avengers? Is it going to be
It's
like...
set in the 80s,
Right,
I believe.
that's right, yeah. And Brie Larson, who I never thought in a million years would do a superhero film.
Brie Larson.
I love that though.
I really like,
love
yeah, I
that.
really like
And apparently she's meant to be the strongest
whatever, yeah.
character. Was that you who was saying that to me?
In the comics,
she's
she's-
meant to be the strongest character they've had.
Maybe apart from Thor. And
But-
on the good guys team. Yeah, maybe apart
See, if
from
they've
Thor.
had her since the 80s, do you know what I mean? Why are they just using her now?
Exactly. Something will have happened to her.
Something must have happened.
Before Infinity War came out, the big
Fine.
theory was that she had the Soul Stone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean that's not
No.
the case.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Captain Marvel.
What one was the Soul Stone again? Who had that one?
Vormir.
Of course, sorry.
Yeah. There was lots of theories about the Soul Stone. There was another theory was
Because that was the one that no
Yeah.
one knew, where it was.
another theory was that Wakanda had the Soul Stone, and that's how they get the Panther powers. Was from the Soul Stone.
There's so many theories, isn't it? It's like
But
Star
now,
Wars.
now they're all gone now because
Yeah.
you know. But I don't know much about Captain Marvel. I know she's similar to DC's Captain Marvel. She gets her powers from like gods and that.
So
Well, I'm
did
looking
DC
forward to
have a Captain Marvel?
DC had Captain Marvel, and then they changed it. You know Shazam?
Oh yeah.
He used to be called Captain Marvel.
It's so in depth, though, isn't it? Like you could literally discuss the ins and outs of it all.
Yeah, I heard a rumour that they're doing a Shazam film or something, or Shazam's
And The
going to be
Rock's
in a
Black
film.
Adam.
And The Rock is Black Adam.
Yeah.
And I also heard that John Cena
No.
auditioned for Shazam or something like that. So The Rock
These
and Cena
wrestlers
was
are
going to be in the
that.
same DC
Yeah,
film.
but when I think they cast Shazam. I'm
yeah,
not
but
quite
then
sure who it
because
was, yeah.
Cena got Bumblebee in Transformers.
Cena's Bumblebee in
Yeah.
Transformers. When?
Totally bonkers. Yeah. Am I making it up?
Are you?
I'm
John
certain.
Cena
I
and
stopped
Bumblebee.
watching Transformers.
I'm certain.
These wrestlers
Transformers,
are
it's
getting.
It's a
Oh, what?
Yeah, John Cena Bumblebee. Look.
it's a CGI.
Bumblebee the
Trans-
movie.
It's a CGI.
Or Bumblebee the movie.
Bumblebee the movie.
It's animated.
I don't know. Cast John Cena as Buns. Yep.
As Burns.
He's playing the character called Buns.
So he's not Bumblebee. You had me under the impression that he was
Maybe
the
he is.
Transformer Bumblebee.
I hope so.
I said, Bumblebee's a car!
No, but you know what I mean? Like, do the voice for him.
But Bumblebee doesn't have a
Doesn't
voice.
speak!
Oh,
He talks in radio.
True.
Well, he's in it anyway. He's playing Buns. An agent of Sector 7. Well, it's okay,
So
everybody. He's an
funny.
agent.
You might know this,
Bloody
Chris.
Sorry, I
Remember-
scared you.
Do you remember the Scooby-Doo movie?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah, vaguely.
With they wrestle at WrestleMania, and it's all the wrestlers.
The recent one.
Is it recent?
The animated one or
I
something?
know. Yeah, I know. John Cena saves the mystery
Of
guy
course he does.
from a rock.
Yeah,
A big boulder goes to crush him, and John Cena lifts it and throws it away.
very funny.
That's Vince's wet dream.
Right, okay, so there you go, there's Avengers Infinity War. Where does this film rank with you guys in terms of the MCU films?
Also, how good did Scarlett Johansson look?
Yeah, I forgot about Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah.
yeah, she was,
She,
for
I
once,
when she came on screen, I was like, yeah, bish.
not a fan of her.
All
really.
the,
my
all the
favourite
gals,
line.
actually,
I
all the
really
gals did
love
well.
That reminds me, my favourite line is I forgot her name.
as well.
Is when the thing's about to crush her and Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch lifts it. The thing
Oh,
is.
uh-huh.
Why was
yeah.
she up there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Why was she,
that's
oh, yeah, it was hilarious.
Why was she up there all this time?
Why was she not down here?
That was great,
Yeah,
I forgot
she's,
about
do you know what? That character is hilarious. She's so funny.
I just know
So
she's
funny.
she's Michonne as well
Michonne.
from
that.
Walking
She is
Dead.
Michonne. Yeah.
That's a
Great-
great
great
Michonne impression.
actress.
Yeah, Deny, whatever her name is.
Deny.
Don't deny it, she was
Badass
great.
Blade
What was
Woman.
your question again?
Where does Infinity War rank with you guys in terms of the
Number
MCU?
two.
Other Walking Dead guy in it was
Aaron.
Red Skull.
Yeah.
Who?
Hugo Weaving played Red Skull in the first Captain America, but it's not him because he doesn't like to be associated with
Who is in The Walking Dead?
Aaron. His name's
Right.
Ross Mark. Wow.
No, he likes Marvel. He just doesn't like the character Red Skull.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be associated with it. Red Skull.
Oh, I thought you meant just Marvel. In
No,
general.
no. Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
that's
so you
for
say-
roasted.
Yeah.
So you say
what's
second?
Walking Dead?
Second,
I can't
where
put it
ranks.
over Winter Soldier. There's something about the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier's so good. It's more than a superhero movie. Like on its
Wow.
own, it works as a movie. And GSP's in it.
Is it really? Didn't know that.
GSP, the guy in the boat in the Lemurian story.
Didn't know that at all.
John St. Pierre, that's fucking hilarious.
What about you, Ewan? Where does this film rank in terms of the
Probably
Marvel films?
second or third, but I'm not sure behind what.
I think this is fourth for me.
It could be fourth as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It could be anywhere from 1 to 4. Really.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I think
it's one of my favourites.
I had Civil War as my favourite, followed by Guardians was my favourite, followed by Civil War, then maybe this one, Black Panther, and maybe this is my top 5.
See, I like
maybe
all
Spider-Man.
I like
Iron
the
Man.
first. I like the first Cap film.
Yeah,
I like Winter Soldier. I like the first Iron Man
love the
because
first Iron
that's
Man.
like wow.
yeah.
I just like all. There's not really one that I'm like.
It's funny, isn't it?
Like, I think the first Avengers just hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Kind
But
of.
then-
Apart from the second and third Iron Man, I'm not like massive.
I think-
fans of them.
Well, I honestly, I genuinely love all of the Iron Man films.
I love
The second one's not as good, really, but I still love it anyway.
I think
I like
the second
Ricky Rourke.
Iron Man has the best like Tony Stark like slice of life scenes. Like the action's bad and the villain's bad and the overall plot's bad, but like the scenes when he's like with Pepper and it's his life and how he's how him being Iron Man is affecting his life.
Yeah.
Those scenes are really good, and I think Robert Downey Jr. is amazing in Iron Man 2.
Same one with the third.
The scene the scene when he brings the strawberries, and she's like, I'm allergic to strawberries, and he says, and he's gesture, and he's like, well, I knew they meant something. Obviously, like there's a connection. It may not be like the right one.
Yeah.
You can see I'm
Yeah.
trying. There's just really good scenes like
That's
that.
funny.
And Scarlett Johansson is absolutely fucking beautiful.
I
in the
love
second Iron
Scarlett
Man.
Johansson.
You were talking, Alison. Sorry, we interrupted you rudely.
Yeah, you did. No, I can't remember what I was saying. But I
I
think
want to go back.
I love-
What's that?
You've just interrupted her again.
Sorry.
no, but I did. The first Avengers, obviously, I love. Special place in my heart, and then obviously Iron Man's my favourite anyway. But I love Thor as well, the first Thor film.
Yeah, they get kind of like separated from all the other like Avengers films because they're quite human. Like he's on Earth with Natalie Portman and stuff like that.
But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This beverage is great. Another.
I love it. See,
Yeah,
honestly,
like, funny.
see these films as well. Like I always say, I mean, I don't love them. I just I'll go see them. But see when it comes around like Avengers time, I love all the films. I love.
Yeah.
They're all great
It's like
fun.
you sit and rewatch any of them. Like it's
Yeah.
not. And Black
Ant-Man.
Panther. I like
Ant-Man's
to see
so
Black
good.
Panther.
Huge.
Huge
So good.
Norse mythology fan, like outside of Marvel.
Really?
I think that's why I love. I'm not a fan. It's not like I've got a great interest in Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So I think that's why the whole stuff like Thor.
I've always liked Thor.
I've always liked Thor. I think it's fucking hilarious in the first movie. See when they're trying to sedate him in the hospital, he's just in a gown like, "I'll do you strike the mic from Thor," and he's arresting with like 5 doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very funny. He is very funny, and a lot of it is very funny. I think that the comedy just hits perfectly, especially in these films. I think other Marvel films like say X-Men or Fantastic Four or even Deadpool, sometimes the comedy just doesn't hit as well as these
Apart from
Avengers
Deadpool.
films. Like
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Deadpool has its own comedy. It's
but
not.
some
Yeah,
parts
it's
of
a
it you
bit
just
unique. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I just feel like everything in these Avengers films that are supposed to be funny are funny for all the right reasons. It's not you're not laughing at the film, you're laughing with the film at some point. You know.
Apart from Guardians 2.
Do you remember the
very
second
funny.
Avengers and that the very first bit, the second Avengers, and it's like the party and all that?
Yeah.
Like that literally had me howling.
Yeah, when they can't lift a hammer.
Like I was
And
howling.
Captain America
Yeah.
moves it and Thor generally just shits himself like.
Like it's
Yeah.
hilarious. Like hilarious.
Hilarious. Right, we all good? Anything else to add before we sign off here?
Just wishing the best of luck to Deadpool 2. Hoping
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
sticking
Oh,
to its
yeah.
guns, not.
Yeah, don't blow your load.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is appropriate for a Deadpool film. But that's just the thing that's odd that it's coming out the week or two after Infinity War, which is
nothing to do with Infinity
well, I know it's just because it's a massive film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like-
think
like-
because the buzz will still be high from Infinity War, people are like, okay,
Good
let's go
call,
Deadpool.
yeah, but then Solo, the Star Wars story, comes out a week later. It's like these 3 are the biggest films of the
Yeah.
year.
They're overwhelming us.
They are a bit, yeah. But
We're
it's gonna be
already
great.
overwhelmed with auditions and shows and essays.
What are
and
you talking about,
presentations.
Mason? We are not overwhelmed, we're loving life. And
Yeah.
We're whelmed.
We're
We're
whelmed.
overwhelmed. And on that note, thank you very much everybody for downloading this episode. We streamed for a bit for 40,
Overwhelmed,
for
underwhelmed.
43 minutes on YouTube there. So for more live streams and more content with the Good Bit podcast, such as Good Bit Gameplay, which I thought was a really funny title, check out CM42 TV on YouTube for archive episodes that are no longer available to be downloaded on iTunes. You can find them in their entirety on YouTube, plus some exclusives that you'll never see anywhere else. And yeah, we're here on the Good Bit, bringing everything back to where we started. Episode 40, which is coming up next, is a massive one. We can announce right now is our top 15 films of all time. It's coming out for episode 40 in a matter of weeks. And I hope everybody enjoyed Infinity War as much as we did. Please stay tuned here on iTunes and YouTube and Podomatic and all those good things for more updates. And until next time, folks, I've been Chris Moffat, joined by Mason with no nickname, Daddy Beethoven himself, Ewan Ferguson, and Ali Bala B. And this time the B was not for Bowie, it was for...
No, who did you say it was for?
I don't know, I said Brolin, but I'm not thinking anything else. For who?
Brolin.
Yeah, but
Who else could it be for?
Who else could it be?
The B is for
Bumblebee.
Bumble.
Yeah. No.
See ya.
See you, everybody. Thanks very much for listening. Until next time, folks, recognize. Blah, blah, blah.
Sounds in my